Marcus Aurelius, a name resonating through history as a remarkable leader. His figure echoes as the last of the 5 good emperors, those who genuinely cared for their people. More than a ruler, he stood out as an avid student of Stoic philosophy, delving deep into the depths of this ancient wisdom. While ruling, Marcus Aurelius devoted precious moments to composing a series of intimate writings, now titled Meditations. In this collection of reflections, the Roman emperor shared valuable insights on the pursuit of happiness and living fully. His records not only transcend eras, but offer a legacy of timeless wisdom, emphasizing the importance of inner serenity, understanding the world, and facing the challenges of human existence. Marcus Aurelius gifted us a treasure trove of thoughts that endure beyond time, inviting us to reflect on life, purpose, and the quest for true happiness. Today, here, we encounter some of the most significant insights emerging from the words of this philosopher-emperor. We are about to uncover valuable aspects for the pursuit of happiness, unveiling secrets kept for centuries in his writings. This is an invitation to explore and absorb each of these timeless lessons, an invitation to discover our own journey towards authenticity and wholeness. If you are here, it means you are seeking the best version of yourself, so do not close this video and stay until the end. Number 1. Build your own character. Marcus Aurelius, with his timeless philosophy, urges us to build our character as a foundation for true happiness. He warns us against the trap of materialism, where the relentless pursuit of material possessions is an endless road to satisfaction. We are constantly exposed to a culture of consumption. So, the Roman emperor reminds us of the transient nature of these desires. His message resonates strongly today, when we are inundated by persuasive advertisements and media influences trying to shape our desires. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom warns us about seeking happiness through material possessions, emphasizing that true fulfillment does not lie in accumulating things, but in building our character, inner peace, and connection with our own being. In doing so, we free ourselves from the prison of dissatisfaction and the constant desire for more, discovering that true joy lies in the simplicity and authenticity of life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, guides us to a deep understanding of the ephemerality of material possessions and the impermanence that permeates our existence. He calls upon us to shift our focus from the pursuit of fleeting riches and to direct our attention to the solid construction of our character. Our identity should not be forged by the quantity of possessions we accumulate, but by the essence of who we are internally. Marcus Aurelius urges us to strive towards forging an integral personality based on honesty, continuous effort, and respect for others. The impermanence of material possessions is a powerful reminder that, in the blink of an eye, everything can be taken away from us. It is our character that remains unshaken in the face of life's vicissitudes. It is what truly defines us and guides us in our journey. Rising or falling is not in the possession of things, but in the virtues or flaws of our character, shaping the legacy we leave behind. Marcus Aurelius urges us to focus our efforts not on the accumulation of transient goods, but on the building of a personality that endures beyond adversities and leaves a positive impact on the world. Number 2. Stop seeking the approval of others. Marcus Aurelius challenges us to reconsider our relentless pursuit of others' approval. In his words, he reminds us of the inevitability of someone always being dissatisfied, no matter how fulfilled our lives may be. We live in a world where the constant quest for external validation has become almost an obsession. With a global population of 7 billion, pleasing everyone is impossible. The yearning to receive hundreds of likes on social media or for instant connection with strangers seems to have become a measure of happiness today. However, Marcus Aurelius challenges us to rethink this relentless pursuit of validation. He invites us to find inner freedom, to liberate ourselves from the dependence on external approval. True happiness, according to him, does not lie in external acceptance, but in confidence in our own convictions and values. It is an invitation to cultivate solid self-acceptance, where our happiness is not determined by what others think, but by the integrity and authenticity of our own choices and actions. Marcus Aurelius guides us towards a journey of authenticity and self-acceptance. He invites us to delve into our own thought process, to cultivate a stronger relationship with ourselves instead of relentlessly seeking external approval. It is a profound reflection on the true source of happiness, developing an intimate connection with oneself. The Roman emperor teaches us to understand that others' rejection is not a reflection of our lack of humor, kindness, or intelligence. There will always be individuals who disagree or simply do not identify with us, regardless of our actions or words. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom encourages us to live authentically, without the need to mask our opinions or succumb to social pressure to be accepted. He reminds us, through the words of André Gide, that it is more valuable to be hated for who we are than to be loved for a false image of ourselves. It is a call to embrace our true essence, expressing our genuine convictions and personality, even if it means not being universally liked by everyone. Number 3. Focus only on what you can control and ignore the rest. Marcus Aurelius and his simple analogy of the bitter cucumber remind us of the importance of letting go of what we cannot change. In his wise words, he guides us to understand that in life, only our thoughts and actions are under our control. The rest is beyond our sphere of influence. Yet, how often do we find ourselves wasting time and energy lamenting over situations completely out of our reach? Marcus Aurelius encourages us to shift our focus from what we cannot control and direct it towards where we can effect real change. He warns us about the cost of energy spent on futile worries, inviting us to redirect our efforts to what is within our reach. His words also remind us that emotions like anger, although they may arise in moments of injustice, can serve as catalysts for constructive action. It is an invitation to use our emotions as drivers of positive changes rather than allowing them to consume us in fruitless complaints about what we cannot change. Marcus Aurelius, in guiding us through the path of controlling our thoughts and actions, reminds us of the futility of some emotions in the face of situations beyond our control. He challenges us to reflect on the usefulness of these emotions, particularly in moments where impulsive reactions do not alter reality. In everyday life, situations like traffic vividly illustrate the lack of control over external events. Regardless of how we react, we remain stuck in the same situation. Marcus Aurelius invites us to consider the effectiveness of our anger or frustration in these circumstances. Asking ourselves if these emotions are useful or serve any purpose becomes crucial in redirecting our attention to what we can truly influence. He reminds us of an undeniable truth. We cannot control the actions, words, or thoughts of others. It is an invitation to shift the focus away from others' actions and concentrate our efforts and attention on our own lives, cultivating control over what is within our domain. It is a call for self-reflection, so that we may discern when we should invest our emotional and mental resources in situations that truly matter. Number 4. Do something productive with your anger. Marcus Aurelius warns us about the destructive nature of anger and invites us to consider the gravity of its consequences. His timeless wisdom echoes as a warning that the explosion of anger triggers irreversible events, resulting in regret and subsequent sadness. By reflecting on anger when we are not dominated by it, Marcus Aurelius guides us to a crucial point. He challenges us to transform this powerful emotion into something productive. It is as if he encourages us to use the energy of anger constructively, instead of allowing it to overpower us. Calm and conscious reflection on anger in moments of calmness allows us to understand its origins, its causes, and, above all, empowers us to channel that energy into productive actions. It is an invitation to turn anger into a driving force that propels positive changes, instead of letting it become an emotional burden that consumes us later. Marcus Aurelius leads us towards a more conscious approach to anger, inviting us to consider its impact on our lives. He encourages us not to succumb to the overwhelming power of this emotion, but to use its energy constructively. By understanding anger and its consequences, we lay the groundwork for choosing a gentler path. Marcus Aurelius challenges us to feel anger, recognize it, but instead of allowing its uncontrolled explosion, he encourages us to redirect that powerful energy into creating something productive and beneficial. His message resonates as an invitation to transformation, directing the force of anger towards productive and creative endeavors that not only benefit ourselves, but also those around us. It is an invitation to turn anger into a catalyst for positive and constructive actions, rather than letting it become a source of regret and sadness. Number 5. Negative emotions result from negative thoughts. Marcus Aurelius calls us to reflect on the power of our thoughts in generating negative emotions. His emphasis on the importance of controlling our thoughts echoes as a fundamental reminder to take care of this faculty that allows us to discern between true and false perceptions. By highlighting that negative emotions stem from the interpretation we make of situations, Marcus Aurelius invites us to carefully examine our thoughts. He challenges us to reflect on how we interpret events, people, and circumstances around us, recognizing that our perception shapes our emotions. This perspective leads us on an inner journey, inviting us to be conscious of the quality of our thoughts. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to nurture a mindset that questions detrimental interpretations, seeking truth and clarity in our perceptions to protect our minds from negative emotions that may arise from distorted interpretations. It is a call to treat our thoughts with respect, recognizing their power in regulating our emotions and preserving mental clarity. By guiding us on the relationship between thoughts and emotions, we are invited to examine how we interpret everyday events. The example of Jack and Jill vividly illustrates how two people can react differently to the same situation. Jack, full of enthusiasm, sees the party as an opportunity to meet new people, while Jill feels anxious and fearful in the face of the unknown. This discrepancy in reactions demonstrates how our thoughts shape our emotions in response to the same context. Marcus Aurelius prompts us to understand that emotions like anxiety, worry, or anger are not direct products of the environment around us. They manifest due to how we interpret and filter situations through our thoughts. This understanding empowers us as we recognize that we have more control than we imagine over how we feel daily. Marcus Aurelius guides us to learn to manage our emotions, giving us the opportunity to master a significant part of our own happiness through understanding and controlling our emotional reactions to life experiences. Number 6. Be prepared for any outcome and act with resilience. Marcus Aurelius highlights the different outlook of those who not only overcome, but thrive in the face of difficulties, seeing adversity as an opportunity for adjustments and growth. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom encourages us to face setbacks as an integral part of the journey, allowing us to make adjustments and find the positive side, even in situations that go wrong. He reminds us that life is a constant adaptation, a continuous evolution in which resilience drives us forward despite fears and obstacles. As we envision life through the optimistic lens of perspective and the continuous flow of time, Marcus Aurelius invites us to understand that adversities are transient. He reminds us that, just as the flow of time is strong, tough times will also pass. It's a call to cultivate resilience, accepting changes and challenges as opportunities to grow and evolve. Number 7. Be incredibly grateful for what you have. Encouraging us to take stock of the excellences surrounding us, Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the essence of gratitude. He challenges us to imagine our lives without the wonderful people and situations we currently have, inviting us to recognize the value of these elements in our journey. The practice of gratitude, as outlined by Marcus Aurelius, is a powerful tool to cultivate a deep sense of appreciation for all that is going well in our lives. He reminds us that by overly focusing on what we don't have and what's going wrong, we lose sight of life's simple and essential pleasures, such as existence itself, the support of friends and family, the ability to love and enjoy the present moment. Counting our blessings and appreciating what we have not only makes us feel good, but also elevates our levels of happiness. Marcus Aurelius invites us to internalize this simple yet powerful practice to nurture a grateful heart and a positive mind, celebrating the gifts that shape our journey. Number 8. Tolerance is in not judging. Instigating us to instruct and understand one another, Marcus Aurelius invites us to practice tolerance through compassion. He reminds us of the fragility of self-imposed isolation, warning us about the risks of living disconnected and harshly judging others. Tolerance, according to Marcus Aurelius, lies in the ability to look beyond judgments, embracing compassion as a means to abandon biases and mitigate criticisms towards others. His perspective invites us to recognize the importance of human relationships and to practice compassion as a tool to build stronger and more meaningful bonds with those around us. Marcus Aurelius guides us on the limits of sharing and teaching, emphasizing the importance of recognizing that we are only responsible for our own actions and choices. He reminds us that, while it's crucial to share knowledge and teach, we shouldn't take responsibility for others' paths or decisions. The attempt to shape others' behavior to fit our expectations can be a source of unhappiness, as others' actions and consequences are their own responsibility. Marcus Aurelius warns us about the risk of becoming overly invested in changing others, which can ultimately lead to frustration and discontent. He encourages us to focus on our own journey, accepting that each individual is responsible for their own choices and actions. By understanding this dynamic, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control others' behavior and focus on managing our own lives. Number 9. The peace you need is within you. Marcus Aurelius and his reflection on inner peace emphasize the importance of understanding that our emotional experiences are shaped by our own perceptions and mental states. He challenges us to recognize that everything we experience stems from what happens in our minds. Our emotions, whether positive or negative, are built upon the interpretations we make of the situations we encounter. Marcus Aurelius invites us to take control of this inner realm, where our emotions and thoughts reside, highlighting the capacity we have to manage our own emotional experiences. The understanding that emotions come from within us enables us to realize that we have more control than we imagine over how we feel on a daily basis. Marcus Aurelius guides us to learn to manage our emotions, giving us the opportunity to master a significant part of our own happiness through understanding and controlling our emotional reactions to life's experiences. Number 10. Do not live as if there were 1,000 years ahead of you. Marcus Aurelius's perspective challenges us not to postpone what is essential, to act with kindness, and to give importance to things that truly matter while we have time and capacity to do so. Marcus Aurelius's wise perception urges us to live each day as if it were the last, focusing on priorities and avoiding wasting time on trivialities. He warns us of the tendency of many to forget their own mortality, acting as if there were an infinite amount of time available, postponing their dreams and desires for an uncertain future. This reflection directs us to rethink our daily choices, valuing each moment as a unique opportunity. The notion of life's fleetingness inspires us to be more aware and compassionate, to live significantly, and to cultivate kindness in our daily interactions, recognizing the importance of seizing the present rather than postponing our aspirations to an uncertain tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius invites us to reflect on the precious nature of time and the importance of living in the present. His message resonates as a call for us to value the time we have and to begin living our lives meaningfully from now on. He alerts us to the trap of tomorrow, a word that often leads us to postpone our goals and aspirations. The tendency to delay our plans and desires, putting them in the distant future, deprives us of the opportunity to fully live each day. The essence of Marcus Aurelius's lesson is clear. We must learn to appreciate and make use of the limited time we have available. He invites us to abandon the mentality of tomorrow and to start living more authentically and presently. It's a call to break the cycle of procrastination and postponement, embracing the present moment and acting with determination towards our goals and dreams starting now.